In this video, I will give an example and explanation of why the German language is an alarm language and why the alarm sounds increase motivation and drive in the German people, allowing them to be industrious and highly productive. So let's have a look at some alarm sounds in nature, and then let's compare those alarm sounds to the alarm sounds found in the German language. The first example is an alarm or distress call produced by a magpie bird. Next, we have a distress call or alarm sound produced by a rat. The next example of a distress call or alarm call is that of a koala. And the final example is that of a cottontail rabbit. We can see that the distress or alarm sounds have a lot of similarity to that of a human cry or scream. And here is an example of a human scream. When listening to or when producing distress or alarm calls, we become somewhat distressed or alarmed ourselves. In fact, alarm or distress calls automatically prepare us for fight or flight, where a person or animal becomes more alert, focused, and attentive to the environment. Here we have an example of such behavior in a deer, where it's listening to distress calls, and you can see how its head is raised so it can see better. Ears are also raised to focus on the sounds. Its eyes are widely open to maximize its vision, and its movements are nervous and very alert. The question then is, can such distress or alarm calls exist in languages such as German? The simple answer is yes, they can exist in less extreme form. So normal alarm or distress calls sound like ah, ee, ow, I, a, an. However, the less intense version of these distress or alarm calls are ah, e, ow, I, a, an. So let's look at some examples of German words where there are this type of alarm sounds.
Eins, eins. Zwei, zwei. Drei, drei.
Here we have the first three numbers in the German language. Eins stands for one, zwei stands for two, and drei stands for three. Part of the word eins is ein, and that part is the distress alarm call. Ein, 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 ein. Also, the numbers zwei and drei have the I distress or alarm components. German language has a significant proportion of words with such alarm parts in them. And these sounds make the German society more focused and attentive just like the deer in the following video is more focused, attentive, and alert to danger when listening to distress calls. In summary, German society is highly productive because the alarm calls in its language cause the Germans to be highly focused, attentive, and worried. If you would like to look into this idea a bit more closely, please look at one of my book versions on the topic. Evolutionary Alarm Sounds Within Languages is the first version. Frighten the World into Prosperity is the second version. And Motivate Poor Countries to Develop is the third version. To illustrate how the Germans pronounce words in a highly alarm or distress way, here is a funny video of a person called Elliot Loney, who impersonates a famous Austrian tennis player, Dominic Thiem, exaggerating how Dominic speaks in English in a very intense alarm way and at the same time showing a very intense alert facial expressions.
Hello, my name is Dominic Thiem. Obviously, winning the US Open title has completely changed my life and I am so happy that I can honestly say I've never smiled quite like this. To my opponent in the final, Alex van der Zverev, I'm sorry you came up a little short. You're a very talented player and your time to win a Grand Slam title will definitely come. To my team, and when I say team, I'm not referring to myself in third person. Get it?